My role at the tattoo is the Pipers Trail Administrator. I work with Stevie Small, who's the Pipers Trail Manager. On top of all the pipes and drums, kit and equipment, I deal with the tattoo dance companies, Haltib and Hoga, the Shetland Fiddlers, and we've got some kit and equipment for the stage band as well. So I joined the army in 1989 and joined the infantry, enlisted into the Royal Scots, and I joined as a soldier initially. Then I went to phase 3 training, pipes and drums at Milton Bridge camp, and spent 8 months there before I joined the battalion in Germany. I spent most of my career in the pipes and drums. However, I did have some time in and out, obviously for sort of career progression. I spent 6 months out in Kenya working with the training team out there, which was a great experience. And it was shortly after that I took over the role as Senior Drum Major at the Army School of Bagpipe Music and Highland Drumming. And from 2012 until I retired in last year, I was a Senior Drum Major and led the mass pipes and drums on every tattoo. I think the background of the pipes and drums gives me a better inside understanding of how the band is set up, the kit and equipment we need, how it should be looked after. The tattoo is, still try to come across as a military event, so we make sure that they look as smart as possible, and obviously good at counting things, getting them laid out in neat piles and counting in blocks of 5 always makes it easier. The experience of standing at front of drawbridge since 2012, that was my first tattoo as a Senior Drum Major, so it was a bit more nerve-wracking on that one. Then, everybody knows what they're doing. You've rehearsed it and rehearsed it. You rely on everybody else to be doing what they have to do. It's about your own performance out there. The first tattoo was in 1993, and I was a side drummer, and that was my first sort of experience really of it. It's a different experience being a drum major out at the front. Can be quite a sort of lonely experience. You're the first one out and you're not following anybody else. You still sort of hope that everybody's behind you. Being a drummer in the black is, you're actually in it playing the music, so that's, it's a totally different experience, which I really enjoyed as well. And you miss the both sides to it. You can't be doing both at the same time, that's the thing. Certainly since taking over Senior Drum Major, speaking to the other overseas bands, it's really sort of brought to my attention that how much it means to them. They're telling you before they march out, that they've got tears in their eyes before they marching across that drawbridge, onto the Esplanade, because they've sat back home in Australia and they've been watching it every single year with their family. It's been a tradition for them, and now they're here at the castle taking part in it. So it makes you sort of feel proud to be part of that as well and enjoying that experience with them. When it comes to the march off at the end, pipes and drums are the last ones to march off the Esplanade, and we now give every drum major the opportunity to take the mass pipes and drums down Castle Hill. So that's another great experience for them, and it's good to see the posts going back up on social media about highlighting that time that they got the chance to do that. I feel like they're in the clouds, they say, some of them. The rehearsals are it's a busy period, it's a short period of time, but it's a long day, a lot to get through. But from that first day on the Monday morning, certainly when the massed pipes and drums meet on that morning, to go out on that Thursday evening for the dress rehearsal, the turnaround is immense, very professional. They all work hard and they all want to perform and they all want to do their best. They don't want to be seen as the ones that are letting anybody down. They are long days and they are tiring, but they all should be really sort of proud of what they can achieve in that short space of time. Being a performer and seeing it from the performer side and being on the Esplanade, then looking at it from a completely different angle and seeing actually what does go on. You think you know what happens in the tattoo, but once you actually go up to the production box, then it's really busy and they're dealing with so many things, it's quite a eye-opener really to see the whole thing sort of come together compared to just being a performer. Friendships will always be there, and the pipe band community is a small community, and most we all know each other, and it's great that we can all sort of keep in touch with each other, and you can continue to participate in the tattoo with Pipers Trail. It's a great opportunity and a great experience. If your band's not being invited and you play in another band, or you're not in the military, you can come and still take part in the tattoo. Apart from fighting off the paparazzi, there was a granny of a 3-year-old that got in touch with me and said, would you be able to send some photographs? My grandson marches up and down my living room carpet, shouting quick march all the time, every time you're on the TV. So I sent some photographs, and she was really pleased about that. I don't know about a favourite show, but there's certainly moments that stand out. My first tattoo, Senior Drum Major, with my light up mace that everybody else seemed to know about apart from me until the last minute. Certainly the one that stands out, I suppose, is the final performance, which it's definitely a memory. How would I describe the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo? The greatest show.